Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. The website for this is schifferbooks.com. There on the side. So if you'd like to look up that, there you go. Supportive Oracle Cards, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reish. There is a website, hayhouse.com, hayhouse.com. This is from 2002. I do think Hay House is still alive and well. I don't know if that's still the same website. You might have to look it up on a search engine, just to be fair if you're looking for it. What do we have for Scorpio? That was it. A jumper. When I say we have a jumper, like the card bounced right off the table. Like it bounced. Kind of like, we need to be there. Okay. Something's giving you a hard time. The strength card shows up a couple times. Like, literally twice. Both of these decks have a strength card. You got both of them. Near pretty much the same spot, too, I'm noticing. So, like, the question popping in is, like, what do I want out of this situation? My heart goes out to, like, this situation itself. Whatever you're dealing with, it's like, it is a very high importance to you. I know this says good cheer, but it's kind of like, this matters so much to me. Whatever it is, it's kind of like, I'm not willing to give up on it. It's one of those things, it's almost like a child or an animal or a friend that you've had for a long time, and you're just like, no matter what happens, I'm not willing to give up on it. This is one of those things like, no, I don't, this is just, this, I will not give up on this. And you've already made this decision. You also have the Hierophant popping in with this, which is a very devoted energy. You can be very sporadic and random when you want to be, but there's certain things you will not negotiate on, and this is one of those things. When I'm feeling this energy, there's a lot of things going on around it, though. Whoever it may be, and it's more than likely a who. You got the Three of Cups with the Victory card. You're not the only person who cares and cares greatly. I'm getting the grandchild energy too here. There's a lot of different ways, but it's kind of reminding me like not only one person cares greatly for this person. And it's kind of like there's a lot of positive energy around this person, but it's almost kind of like somebody who needs help. And a lot of people want to help, and you're just kind of like, I'd like to just take it over and fix it myself, but that's not... It's just not going to happen here, and you seem to know why that is. There's a lot of people who care. There's a lot of people trying to help things. There's a lot of energy, a lot of work happening here. And you're more than willing to do a lot of it. But for some reason, you just are not... You're not getting there. You're not able to. I don't want to say able to. I want to say, like, you're not getting access to is almost kind of what I'm thinking. Like, if you could, like, fix this whole thing... tape things back together, you know, so suture wounds back together, do the surgery yourself, you would do that in a heartbeat if you could do that competently and get that great outcome, if that were possible. But it's kind of like, I don't have access to things. It's kind of like I want somebody's arm to heal correctly, but I don't have the medical knowledge to make that happen, so I'm dependent on a doctor to actually make that happen correctly. It's kind of like those type of things. So it's kind of like I have to rely on others because I only have so much knowledge. You're one person, right? You may have multi-talents, but there's just you're not going to have every talent in the book. You're just not. And we all know that. And it's kind of like I have to find and allow and work with others. You're very supportive. Like, support is like an understatement here. If there's something you could do, you were there before somebody told you. You're like, oh, I can do it, and then you're there. Okay, and you're there. Like, there's no holding back with you. Like, if it needs to get done, I already did it because I'm not waiting. You don't have to tell me, I'll just do it. Like, you're kind of that energy at this point. But at the same time, you got to help the whole situation move together. There's other people coming in. I feel like I'm scooping up a lot of energy, trying to get everything to churn together and mix together correctly. It feels like it's a chore. Even for you, it's a chore, because it's kind of like, can you do it? Yeah, obviously. Does it take concentration and pain? Like, it's difficult at times. It is difficult, and it might be a lot of it watching this other person go through something. It might be a lot of that. Kind of like, it's kind of like, it reminds me of like seeing a child in pain. You're like, if I could just take that pain and experience it for them, and they don't have to feel it, I'd rather do that because I feel so bad for them having to feel that physical pain. Especially, like, I know this is simple. Like, when you see a kid get a shot, like, if you could just take that pain for them, you could handle it so much better, and then just they don't have to deal with it. You would do that because you're like, I don't want them to scream and cry and be upset about the needle. If I could just do it for them, I would do that for them. It's kind of like that feeling. There's certain things you just can't do for people, and you want to. And I feel like you're completely on the reality with that. Like, yeah, I know. This card makes me feel like that home feel. This is the card of Cancer. It's the Chariot. There's a lot of, like, I want to move forward. I care for the people I care for. I'm going to fight for the people I care for. That's a very defined energy, right? The more I'm getting into this, the more I like this, because I think this is going to go a lot better. I just feel like it's kind of like I just constantly feel limited in what I'm able to do, but I have access to do. Because if you can do it, you're going to do it. That's the thing. It's just certain things you just can't. It's kind of like me building a house. I can't build a house, but somebody may need one, and I can help and do the phone calls and help make sure this works out with that, and help this person coordinate with that, and do other things in that line. But I can't build the house myself. I could maybe help somebody else build it if they tell me, like, nail that to there, or cut this here, or bring this over there. I could do that, but I wouldn't have the first clue, like building a house. I wouldn't have the first clue. Justice in the Tower. You fight for people. I think that's an understatement for Scorpio. It just seems like that's a Scorpio thing anyway. And the more you feel needed, I think that's the trick. People you love for, you're going to fight for them. That's just how it is. That's Scorpio. That's just Scorpio. They fight for the people they love. But when somebody you love needs it, they need somebody to help them, and you feel like it's warranted to boot. Like, not only do they need it, that somebody should, bam, you are there. Like, don't underestimate the power of a Scorpio, especially when they feel needed and it's about somebody they love. Don't get in the way. Don't get in the way, because they will make it work. And this is your energy, because you're creating justice for them. It's like they feel like, even if there's only little things you can do, only little things, they feel your support. They have no question. If you could fix this whole thing in 2 seconds, just snapping your fingers, you would do that without even question. They feel your support. I feel like this is really lifting this person up. You may not realize it. And maybe that's the biggest part of this, because I feel like somebody just, once in a while, they just need to, like, let it out and just feel that emotion. And they just feel confident with you. They don't feel like, they feel confident in the sense of, like, if something can be done, you will bend over backwards to make sure it is done. If there's another way to do it, you will find that way to do it. There's harvest and abundance, and there's the Five of Wands. They're struggling with something, but with your support, if there's anything they need, or if they're like, I just need this or I just need that, you will just trip over yourself making it happen if you have to. You don't even care. It's kind of like, I don't care what I look like. I'll look like the town fool. I don't care. If it helps the person I love, I don't really care. I will just do it. You would literally show up in a clown outfit, even if you hate clowns, if you thought it would make this person's life better. Like, that's the energy I'm feeling right now. Like, a lot of people hate clowns. My niece hates clowns, is what I'm thinking. But, like, even if you hate clowns, if you thought showing up in a clown outfit would make this person's situation better, you'd be like, then where is it? Because I'll just put it on. I don't even care. I hate this outfit, but I'll wear it for them if it makes it better for them. Like, you would do that. I don't know if that makes sense, if that sounds a little bit ridiculous, but you know what I mean. Like, you would bend over backwards. You would befriend somebody you can't stand if it would improve this situation for somebody you love, because you love them to that level. And they feel it. They know it. They have no question about your loyalty in any sense. You do keep helping this move forward. Your presence... I'm seeing like a doctor's appointment play out here. Even if you're not there, you've been there once or twice, it's almost like, how do I explain this? This is a situation where the person you're helping has no question, but other people around it, if they don't do what they're supposed to do and they know of your presence, even if you're physically not there, they'll be like, oh, I better not skimp out on this, because if the Scorpio finds out, I'm gonna get it. Like your presence, your energy has that effect on people. I don't know if that sounds crazy. Let me know in the comments. But like, your energy has literally that effect. You don't have to even physically be there. Other people a part of this know that they better do the best they can, because if they don't, you'll find them. It's just that funny. Your strength lingers beyond you. Your strength lingers like around the whole situation. Kind of like, if the Scorpio has to come in and fix this, we're not going to like it. And they love this person, so we need to make it as easy as possible for this person and help this person as much as we can. Your strength just lingers here. I don't think you're like that, though. I'm not feeling like you're having this iron fist, like, you better do the best you can or I'll find you. I don't think you're doing that. I feel like people are having that impression, like, if there's any way we can make this better, we better do it, because if we piss off that Scorpio, it's going to be bloody. Take that with a grain of salt. Your energy seems to leave that behind, especially if you're, like, a parent. I'm getting especially if you're a parent. Like, whoever's helping your child, they get that impression, like, if they screw something up, they're going to have to deal with you, and they're not going to like it. This is like a pass the test card in this situation. This situation is going so much better than expected. Again, you're having an effect beyond your presence. You don't have to physically be there to have this presence, to have this effect. And people are doing the best they can. There's some things that I feel like people would kind of skimp out on, or kind of like cheap out on, or whatever you want to say. They just would kind of like, I'll just show up and bring something to eat. I'll just, I'll pick up some, dollar store cookies and I'll just throw them on the table. They want to do that, but it would be the difference between them doing that and kind of like, oh, if the Scorpio finds out I just threw dollar store cookies out there, they're going to be mad. So, you know what, let me go over here. I don't have time to make something, but I'll buy something nice from this bakery and I'll make it look nice and put it out there, something I know people will actually like. Like, that's the difference in effort, if it makes sense. Your presence is changing that effort. Like, instead of just showing up saying, yeah, I showed up, so what? They're showing up and making it worthwhile and making that effort to make it worthwhile for other people. Like, I think that makes sense. Your presence is really doing that. King of Wands and study. There's going to be another level of this coming forward. Whatever it is you're helping with, another level of healing will come forward. And I feel like it's a direct result of your involvement. I don't know how that sounds, other than I'm just saying it. Again, see, this is why the other strength card I was talking about. Your presence keeps lingering. It keeps pushing things forward. Instead of somebody saying, well, I think we've done good enough, let's just leave it there and just walk away. Your presence is, even though you're not there, but the fact that you're connected with this, somebody else is seeing this kind of like, nope, we can do better, we can keep going, we can keep progressing, this can get even better than it is. It just can keep, this momentum keeps like improving it. It's kind of like, instead of just building the house so somebody has a place to live, why don't we build this house so that they can live in it for the rest of their life? Make sure that the heat, is the best heat we can get so it lasts for years. Make sure the insulation is as good as we can get it for what we have available to us. Let's position the house in a place where we're kind of like, we could live here for years and it would still be in a nice place. We could have a garden over there. We could make improvements over there. We could add additions over there. They're planning ahead more. I feel like this is planning ahead. I don't know how to express it better, because I feel like it's your involvement. You literally might be talking to these things and saying, let's not just throw this up just anywhere just so we have a house. Let's put this house in the correct position, to where it gets a good amount of sunlight. We can make additions over there. We can have stuff over there. Let's not just plop this house here just so we can say we made a house so people can live and just be like, well, it's there, who cares? Put this house in the right position, make it the right quality, make it look as good as it can so it can last the test of time. That's your energy. Kind of like, we need this to last the test of time. And I keep getting this feeling like people around you, a few of them at least, would have been like, well, let's just show up and just so we can say we showed up, instead of doing the best they possibly could. And your influence is making them do the best they possibly could. Are we good? I think we're good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information or if you'd like to leave one, the information's below on how to do that. Thank you very much, and you have a good day.